to my channel. Today we are going to do the trendy milk donuts that is driving the world crazy. These are my ingredients. All the ingredients, I'm going to write them in my description. Today I decided to also follow what was trending on the internet. So in my bowl I added warm water, a glass of warm water. Then I also added some yeast, active yeast. After that, you add some sugar, then you mix well. After mixing, you cover it like for 5 to 6 minutes so that the yeast can become active. Yeah, you cover it with a cloth so that it can become active. After the 5 minutes, we are going to put in all our ingredients. Yeah, I think you can see the yeast that it is active. All the ingredients are going to be put in. Then we shall have to mix them to get the desired dough that we want to make these donuts. This is a trending recipe, so I was like, why don't I also try it out and see if what is trending can also be done on my channel. Yeah, all the ingredients, I'm going to write them in the descriptions, yeah, so that you can also try out the trendy milk donut recipe. Yeah, then that's my flour, 3 cups of flour. Add together everything and make a desired dough so that we can also have the recipe. We can also have a taste of the trending milk donut recipe. Yeah, that's so I'm mixing. Yeah, then after mixing, I'll use my hands. Since I don't have the machine, I'll use my hands. Then as time goes on, I'll have to transfer that dough from my bowl and put it on a clean working surface. My surface is well cleaned. Yeah, so I'll have to transfer it so that I can repeat and I want to make it so that it can become that desired dough that I want, like as you see. Yeah, because if it was a machine, it would have done it better, but since I'm using my hands, that means it's going to take me like 8 minutes to get the desired dough when I'm working with it, like you see. Like I said, this is the trendy milk donut recipe. I was like, let me also try it out and see the outcomes of this amazing recipe that is making the world go crazy. Yeah, then I'll transfer it to the work surface. Make sure your work surface is very clean. Yeah, and try to mix it very well. Then I'll add the remaining ingredient, which is butter, to put it together, and also make sure that that butter gets inside that dough very well, so that we are looking for that fine texture that is going to give us amazing results at the end of the day. So I'm trying each and everything to see that I get the desired, or I get the best recipe, like it's written on the internet that it's the trending new recipe of the donuts. So it's me there working on my dough. Then after a while, like 10 to 8 minutes, that's when I got that desired dough that I was looking for. So you make sure that it is soft, and you'll also be feeling it in your hands. Yeah. Then after getting what we want, we are going to put it in a bowl with some oil. I've already put the oil. Yeah, then we shall have to cover it for 1 hour so that it can double in size. Yeah, 1 hour or 45 minutes, and cover it up so that it can double in size and get the desired shapes that we want. Yeah, then when my dough is at rest for 1 hour, I get a baking paper and I divide it into pieces so that those different pieces, we are going to put the different donuts so that we can fry them into some oil. So besides, when I was waiting for the dough to double in size, I decided to do that. Then I got my pieces of paper. These papers are going to be used to place the balls of the donuts here. Then I also have baking powder. I have milk powder. You are supposed to also add icing sugar, but I didn't have icing sugar. That will be used for the coating after the donuts are being fried. Then here my dough has doubled in size. Why did I do that? So that I can remove the excess air from the dough, so that we get the desired recipe or the desired donut. Work with it and also make sure that it's the good dough that you want to make your donuts. Then it's me there trying to remove all that excess air inside. Then after removing the excess air, cut the dough into 2 pieces. Then in those two pieces, make sure you divide and get either 8 to 10 pieces, and make sure that the balls are a little bit smaller. Why? Because we want to get a perfect shape. But to me, I made bigger pieces, and I realized that at the end, that if the balls or the dough of the donut were a little bit smaller, I think it would have been the best, though it still came out well. Yeah, but the people that are watching, make sure that the balls of the donut are a little bit smaller. Don't make them so big. Yeah. Roll balls out of our dough so that we can get the desired donuts. Like I said, make sure the balls are a little bit smaller. Don't make big ones or big sizes, because you'll have problems when it comes to frying them. So I got some problems during the frying process. Why? They were a little bit too heavy for the oil. And also I think because of the oil, because I used little oil, yeah, so that's why you'll see that on top of the donuts, they had some cracks. But if everything goes as well and you follow the recipe, you'll get the desired and best sweet milk donuts. Yeah. Then there, you roll them, make balls out of it. After making balls out of it, put it on our baking paper with some little flour and flatten them. Yeah. After flattening them, we are going to cover them for more 30 minutes so that they can double in size and make our frying process as easy as possible. After 30 minutes, we shall return back to our process, and I think you see that they have doubled in size. Then in my hot pan, I have some oil. Make sure that the oil is at low medium heat. Why? We don't want the donuts to burn up, and make sure you have enough oil. Why these donuts turned the way they did is because I used less oil. That's why you see that they have some cracks at the top. So that means if you have enough oil, these donuts will not be able to sit on the floor of the pan. Yeah, because when you realize here that they didn't rise up so well, they sat on the bottom of the pan, of the hot pan. That's why the top surface came out the way it came out. But still, I got the desired and trending donut recipe. Though in the process, I learned that I'm supposed to use enough oil so that we don't have those different cracks on top of our donuts to get the desired texture. But all in all, they still came out perfectly. They were so delicious with a very good aroma. I think you can see those cracks there is because the donut sat on the pan. Yeah, on the pan of the oil. So that means if you don't want to get these cracks, make sure that you have enough oil so that the donuts can float on top. They cook very well and we get the desired surface that is smooth with no cracks. But all in all, still they came out amazing. Yeah, they really came out amazing. So in the process of trying out, I learned that enough oil is supposed to be used when it comes to making these trendy milk donuts that are making everybody go crazy on the internet. For all my new and old subscribers, thank you for your amazing support. You can kindly subscribe, like, and share. I send you my hugs and kisses. Let me hope you have also learned. Go and try out this recipe because it was my first recipe tryout, but I praise God that it came out perfectly, though I had the cracks on top of the donuts. Yeah. So I think you can see they really came out well. Yeah, they really came out well, though they had those cracks. But all in all, I really learned a lot. You know, we learn from our mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, that means you are not going to learn. But I'm happy that I tried it out and it came out well. So that's my final product. Those are my final donuts, looking very delicious with a good aroma. Yeah, then that's my milk powder. It's used as a coating, yeah, because like we said, trendy milk donuts, yeah, you get them and put a coating on them. You can also add icing sugar to the milk powder, but I didn't have icing sugar in my kitchen. I decided to only use milk powder. They are so delicious. You can have these donuts with a cup of tea, with hot chocolate, with black tea, any beverage that you would want. Yeah, but me, I had them with a glass of juice because I was so eager to find out the taste, to find out the sweetness, to find out why this recipe is really trending on the internet. And finally, I was able to achieve the desired recipe. One mistake I'm going to tell you, that just look at how they are. Very soft, very sweet, very delicious. But make sure that you always have enough oil so that the donuts can float on top and you don't get those cracks that you see. Love you all. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hugs and kisses to you all.